Faraja for Salam and the foundation level strong and today I talk with Annie on the topic
Walaikum assalam, Farin.
importance to keep promise. So hello Annie, can you hear me?
Hi, Farin. Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Annie, my first
Keeping
question
promises.
is what is a promise?
Oh, the Amish. They are such an interesting community. They live a simple, traditional lifestyle, often without modern technology. They focus on family, community, and their faith. Are you curious about their way of life or something specific about them? I'd love to hear your thoughts.
My next question is why does people make promise?
Great question, Farin. People make promises for a few reasons. One big reason is to build trust and show that they care about someone or something. Promises can also help set expectations, like when you say you'll help a friend with homework or keep a secret. What do you think? Have you ever made a promise that was really important to you?
My next question is how do you feel when someone keep a promise?
When someone keeps a promise, it feels really good. It creates a sense of trust and makes you feel valued. It's like a little boost of happiness. On the flip side, when someone doesn't keep a promise, it can be disappointing. How about you? How do you feel when someone keeps a promise to you?
My next question is how do you feel when someone breaks a promise?
When someone breaks a promise, it can feel pretty disappointing or hurtful. It makes you question whether you can trust that person. It's like when you're counting on someone and they let you down. But sometimes it's important to understand why they broke the promise. Life can get complicated. How do you usually handle it when someone breaks a promise to you?
My next question is it easy to make promise?
Making a promise can be easy, but keeping it is the hard part. Sometimes we say yes without thinking about whether we can actually follow through. It's important to consider our ability to keep a promise before we make it. What do you think? Do you find it easy to make promises, or do you think carefully before you do?
How should we try to make our promise?
That's a great question. To make a promise effectively, it's good to follow a few steps. 1. Think carefully. Make sure you really mean it and can follow through. 2. Be specific, clearly state what you're promising. It helps avoid misunderstandings. 3. Set realistic expectations. Don't promise something you can't realistically do. 4. Communicate openly. If something changes and you can't keep your promise, let the person know as soon as possible. 5. Follow through. Do your best to keep that promise. It builds trust and strengthens relationships. What do you think? Do you have any tips
So
for
my next
keeping
question is
promises?
can promise help friendship?
Absolutely. Promises can really help strengthen friendships. When you keep your promises, it shows that you value and respect your friend. It builds trust and creates a deeper bond. Breaking promises, on the other hand, can hurt a friendship. So, being reliable and honest with each other is super important. What about you? Have
So
you ever made a promise to a friend that really... So, what's on your mind? Do you have more questions about
so
promises,
my next
friendships,
question
or something?
is should we make promise we cannot keep?
That's a really important question. We should try to avoid making promises we can't keep. It can lead to disappointment and hurt feelings. It's better to be honest about what we can realistically do. If we're unsure, it's okay to say, I'll try my best, instead of making a firm promise. What do you think? Have you ever found yourself in a
My next
situation where
question
you
is
made a promise you
when
could...
what helps if we break promise many times?
If you break a promise, it's important to take responsibility for it. Here are a few things that can help. 1. Apologize. A sincere apology shows you care and understand the impact of your actions. 2. Explain. Share why you couldn't keep the promise if appropriate. It helps the other person understand. 3. Make amends. If possible, try to make it up to the person. Maybe offer to do something else for them.
So my
4.
next question is
Learn from
does
it.
promise help us become better people?
Yes, promises can definitely help us become better people. When we make and keep promises, we learn responsibility and accountability. It teaches us to think about our actions and how they affect others. Keeping promises can also improve our relationships and build trust, which is super important in any friendship or partnership. Plus, it feels good to be someone others can rely on. What do you think?
So my next
Do you feel
question
like
is
making promises?
can promise build respect?
Absolutely. Keeping promises can build a lot of respect in relationships. When you follow through on what you say you'll do, it shows that you're reliable and trustworthy. People tend to respect those who honor their commitments. On the flip side, breaking promises can lead to a loss of respect. It's all about being consistent and honest. Do you think you've seen this in your friendships?
So my next question is, how do promise help in teamwork?
Great question. Promises are super important in teamwork. Here's how they help. 1. Trust. When team members keep their promises, it builds trust among the group. 2. Accountability. Everyone knows what they are responsible for, which helps the team function smoothly. 3. Collaboration. Keeping promises encourages open communication and collaboration, making it easier to work together. 4. Motivation. When people see others keeping their promises, it motivates everyone to do the same. So, promises can really enhance teamwork. Have you ever worked on a team where keeping promises made a big difference?
So my next question is, what can help if we can break our promise?
If you break a promise, here are some things that can help. 1. Sincere apology. A genuine apology can go a long way in mending feelings. 2. Explain the situation. Share why you couldn't keep the promise if appropriate. It helps the other person understand. 3. Make it right. Offer to make amends if possible. Maybe you can do something else to show you care. 4. Communicate openly. Keep the lines of communication open. Let them know you value the relationship. 5. Learn from the experience. Reflect on what happened and think about how to avoid it in the future. It's all about being honest and showing you care. Have you ever had to navigate a situation like this?
So my next question is, can we do promise hardly or lazy?
It sounds like you're asking if we can make promises with difficulty or if it's hard to keep them. It sounds like you might be asking if we can make promises lightly or seriously. Making promises should ideally be done thoughtfully and seriously, especially if they involve someone else's feelings or trust. If you're referring to Leslie, could you clarify what you mean? I'm curious. Sometimes, making promises can be tough, especially if we're unsure about our ability to follow through. It's important to be mindful and realistic when making promises. If it feels hard, it might be a sign to think twice before committing. What do you think?
So my
Do you
next
find it
question is,
easy or hard to make promises?
how we teach others to keep promise when
Teaching others to keep promises can be really impactful. Here are some ways to do it. 1. Model behavior. Show them how to keep promises by doing it yourself. Actions often speak louder than words. 2. Discuss importance. Talk about why keeping promises matters, like building trust and respect. 3. Set realistic expectations. Encourage them to think carefully before making promises. It's okay to say, I'll try my best instead of making a firm promise. 4. Encourage accountability. Help them take responsibility for their commitments and follow through. 5. Provide support. Offer guidance and support if they struggle.
ERS किसके पर्सनालिटी के ना so my
It
next
sounds
question
like
is, can promise make world better?
Definitely, promises can contribute to making the world a better place. When people keep their promises, it fosters trust, cooperation, and kindness. Here's how our own. Building trust. When people keep their word, it creates a foundation of trust in communities. 2. Encouraging kindness. Promising to help others or support a cause can lead to positive actions that benefit everyone. 3. Promoting accountability. When leaders and individuals keep their promises, it sets the standard for responsibility and integrity. 4. Creating hope. Promises can inspire hope and motivate people to work together for positive change. So, yes, promises can have a ripple effect that helps create a better world. What do you think? Do you see examples of this around you? It looks like you're spelling out transformal, but I'm
So
not sure
guys,
what you mean by
this is
that.
our
Are you talking about
on the topic of promise. Thank you so much, Allah Hafiz.